So when it comes to Garry's mod, we have seen a lot of mods about, well, pretty much anything, but you know what? We hardly ever look down. And the reason why is because, well, there's not really much to look at. But today we're gonna try to change that with the Portal Boots mod. That's right, a mod all about footwear. Now you're gonna notice that I don't even really wear shoes to begin with, but you know what? Today I'm going to turn over a new leaf. Now this is a very simple mod. It's not going to be super in-depth, but for starters, you have your normal shoes. And yes, this is not just a random boot prop. This is actually the mod. Now, you can't see it, but off screen it says you already have this item equipped. Okay, cool. The reason why this exists is so you can go back to your normal footwear, but again, I don't even wear these, so what's the point? But this, on the other hand, is the long fall boots. Now, I don't know why it looks like an ammo pack. Now, I didn't find any difference on your player model, but that could just be, well, because I'm the charpal. However, when I walk around, you're gonna notice. My footsteps sound a little bit different, and in my opinion, they sound a lot like the Portal 2 footsteps. Now, what do these do, you might ask? Well, it's simple. They're called the long fall boots because you can now take longer falls, and you'll even notice there's a really cool sound effect that does play. Again, I'll be quiet so you can hear it. Now, just by the way, if you want to know how this compares to the standard boots, now I'm also going to turn on realistic fall damage just so we can get a better look at how this is. Yeah, that was about 40 damage, so the fall damage in this game don't play. Now, it is important to note that you do need to have Portal 2 mounted and installed for this mod to work properly. However, okay, that's pretty impressive. That definitely would have killed me if I didn't have these on. We moved on to Big City because I really do want to test the absolute limits of these long fall boots. We might have to up the ante. World Trade Center, here we come. Just kidding, this is not the World Trade Center, it just looks eerily like it. Now, surely, there's no way we can survive a fall from this great of a height. And we can. Next up, we have the Advanced Knee Replacement, and this one is kind of like the Mark 1, so I really should have done this first. However, this one does have a pretty cool looking model. Putting it on, you're gonna notice we don't have the portal sound effects anymore. What gives? Well, that is kind of a feature of the long fall boots. However, I do want to test how well does this work when it comes to height absorption. Now, we did get a sound effect there. I couldn't quite discern that. I'll be quiet for a moment and we'll see exactly what happens now. Alright, so it makes a very strange sound, but judging from what I'm hearing and from what I'm seeing, it looks like, well, it's more of the same. These are very similar boots, just with a bit of a different flavor. And that one also doesn't kill us. Alright, next up we have the Rubberized knee replacements, and these ones look like they're pink. Now they look exactly like the other ones, just with a different color. However, their functionality is a little bit different because even though you get the same effects as that, jumping off of a great height is going to give you a bit of a surprise. And well, I'll let you see for yourself. We can bounce. That's right, instead of just staying static on the ground, you can bounce as if you're jumping on the repulsion gel from Portal 2, and it even plays the sound, and it's funny because every bounce you lose a little bit more energy until you equalize onto the ground. Now, the very cool thing about this mod is the settings are quite adjustable. You can adjust whether you want to hear the fall impact sound, you can allow clutching. Now, to show this off, I did equip the regular boots just to prove it. I'll fall from a great height. Ouch. Alright, if we fall from this height, we are certainly dead, but what if we could equip the boots in midair? That's exactly what clutching is. You can also turn on the annoying footstep sound, which, I kind of want to know what this sounds like. Now for the annoying sound effects, it only works on the long fall boots, and only with water and wood. I'll let you hear what it sounds like. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. Well, thankfully you can simply turn it off, which it is off by default. And now we just have the typical Half-Life 2 sounds. Ah, sewage. You can also choose which shoe you spawn with, which I think that's pretty awesome. However, one of my favorite settings is the bounciness factor. So if we were to go ahead and equip the rubberized bouncy shoes once again, We should bounce a lot higher now. Whoa, there we go. But I wonder if we could push it beyond the limits. Can it let us do 2? No, it does not. So you cannot go beyond the threshold that has been put forth, which is unfortunate, because I would love to just kind of like crank this to the absolute maximum. But this is as good as we're going to get. However, it is pretty fun bouncing around Big City. But as always, I would love to know what you guys think down below. This was a really fun mod to test out. If you want to change your footwear up and do it with some Portal 2 flair, I don't think you're going to be disappointed by this mod whatsoever. But of course, at the end of the day, you guys are the judges. Let me know your thoughts down below. Links will be in the description. If you guys do want to check out my second channel, I'll put it down below. I'm going to upload a video to that very soon. If you guys do want to suggest anything, you know what to do. Leave a comment or check out my Discord page. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and farewell.